Hello, good morning, good afternoon, evening, wherever you are tuning in from. Linda Catan here. I am wanting to have a conversation today around the idea of forgiveness. And I'm using the word idea, the concept of forgiveness versus the word forgiveness or to forgive. Because yeah, wow. I don't know about you, but I was raised and told over and over and over again, forgive and forget. A lot easier for somebody else to say to you than it is for you to actually execute, right? And there's different levels of forgiveness because there's different levels of betrayals or blind sides to us, right? So I think that we have to get clear on what it means to forgive, because I think we can agree that blanket generalized forgive and forget, it doesn't work. So what can work? That's the kind of thing that I would like to discuss. I'd like to, what are the possibilities? How can this idea be changed? Because a lot of people are saying, do you forgive me? Do you forgive? I did this terrible thing to you. Forgive me. And, that forgive and forget thing. Yeah, I forgive you. And then, some people, maybe they didn't forgive or they wanted to forgive. The intention was really, really there to forgive. This person comes back around, bam, they did the thing again, or they did something worse. And it just, it breeds distrust and it's a relationship buster, really. So the whole idea of to forgive. So I was thinking about that, because I was raised in the Catholic Church, and it's all about, forgive, forgive, forgive. And I looked it up. It's okay. What is forgiveness and what is to forgive? So forgiveness. Is Oxford. Yeah, Oxford Dictionary says the action or process of forgiving or being forgiven. That's not very helpful. So I went and I looked for another entry. So if I look also in the Oxford Dictionary, to forgive, right, the verb, the action of forgiving, is stop feeling angry. And it doesn't say to stop, it says stop as in command. and this is a part of the conversation, right? That we are expected and commanded to stop, feeling angry or resentful for something that somebody did to us. How do you do that? How do you just do that? And like I said, there's those different, if it's a little white lie, or if it was a whole on betrayal, there's a lot of gradient in there. So it says, stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense, flaw, or mistake. It's pretty easy to forgive someone with that definition, right? To stop being angry, resentful for a flaw or a mistake. A flaw, what kind of control does somebody have over a flaw? I mean, we all have flaws. Every single one of us has flaws. We can't exactly be resentful or angry with someone because they're human. Mistake. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Who doesn't make mistakes? If you're a human being, if you have a brain here, if you have, two hands, we drop things, right? We say things, we get information wrong. Our brain makes stuff up. Our unconscious mind actually tricks us, and then we misunderstand something, and then we go off, right? I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on in there, but we make mistakes. And of course, we're going to forgive. That's the easy. It's that offense part. It's that word offense in the definition that we have the biggest problem with, right? So someone offends us, they disrespect us, and it leads to anger and distrust and resentment. And how do you get over that? So, that's what I'd like to open up as a discussion, is for that harder part, that part where we're offended, we're disrespected. Someone did something that was really egregious to us. We can't just stop feeling what we're feeling, right? That thing happens. We have thoughts about that. Then we go into reaction about that. Our body gets involved. It triggers old stuff from childhood. It all comes racing to the surface and, right? Fireworks, not in a good way. So this is one of the things I'd love to put out there and let's hear about, what are your thoughts about forgiveness? What does that mean to you? The forgive and forget model is a broken model. It's not about, you get a free pass. You cheated on me, you stole from me, you harmed me, you did this to me, that to me, and oh yeah, here, oh, I forgive you, no problem. And just no. I postulate that it really is more a matter of us looking at what's going on inside of us. We have to take responsibility for what's going on over here and our reactions, because we're responsible for our thoughts and our feelings and our reactions. We're responsible for those. Nobody else does that for us or to us. That's us. And maybe it's just a matter of maybe we need to drop that word altogether in this context. Maybe it needs to be releasing it. Let it go. I'm not going to forget something that the history teaches us. We need to know the history so we don't repeat it. We cannot forget the history. We cannot forget the lessons of the past. I don't want to forget the lessons. I don't want to be naive and somebody has done something really horrible to me. I'm just going to let that go and they get a free pass to do it again. No, that is not, that's not what this is about. This is about releasing that, getting that person's number. Okay, you did that to me this time. That's not going to happen again. I am resolute, determined that's not going to happen again. I learned my lesson. No. And letting it go, because what I'm focusing on, I keep recreating, it keeps festering. And that's another thing I want to get to. As I'm focusing on that, I'm recreating it. I want to release it, just, wipe it out from my memory banks, from my life, from my, my memories, all three memories, because we have three. Let that go and go on with your life, go on toward your goals, stay focused on your goals and where you're headed, not getting derailed by this thing over here and swiped and blinded and, whatever over there. Let it go, keep going. And if we don't let go, when we don't let go, what happens? What's the consequence of holding on to that anger and resentment? Does it hurt the other guy, that other person, that individual who did the wrong? The person wronged us and, I'm going to hold on to that for how long? 10 years, 20, 30, 40, a lifetime. That person's off living their life. They're not thinking about you or that thing that they did to you. They may not even think they did anything wrong to you. Right? And when we hold on to that, it grows and it expands. It festers. It gets stuck in our chemistry. It gets stuck in the body. It gets stuck in our energy field, and it's ugly. It stops us. It can be the block. It could be the block, the one block that's holding you back right now. It could be that. Of all the blocks that there are, we're so busy working to get rid of these blocks. But if I held on to this lifelong resentment and anger towards my mother, towards my father, for the way I was treated, or towards someone else, the way they treated me, rather, you see that mass? Right? It manifests in the body. in dis-ease, right? Discomfort, pain, illness. And then eventually, if we don't let it go, it can very well turn into, and for many of us, it does turn into a serious disease. Is that worth it? It's not worth it to me. And I know I've had a lot of anger and a lot of resentment, and I've had to learn to let it go. Just got to let it go. Let it go and be you. Because holding on to that, it's only hurting you. I hope that this was helpful, and I would love to have more conversation around this idea of to forgive and forgiveness and how all that works, how that works. The broken model of forgiving and forgetting, and making people feel guilty because they're, oh, well, you said you forgave me, you didn't forget about it. It's like, I have a memory. This thing was done to me. I didn't forget it. I can let it go. I can let it go. Stop doing that thing, and I'll really be able to let go, but just focusing on what it is that you are creating, keeping your vessel clean, releasing this stuff as it comes along. And if you could use some help with that, let me know. Private message me, direct message me. I can help with that. And go have a beautiful day. Bye for now.